2025 wasn't just another year of glitz and glam for the Real Housewives. It was the year love stories crumbled. From Ashley Darby's emotional goodbye to Dorit Kemsley's shocking split, Denise Richards' messy fallout, and Porsha Williams' short-lived marriage, heartbreak hit hard across Bravo's universe. These women showed the world that even diamonds can crack under pressure. So what really went down behind Bravo's cameras this year? Let's find out. 1. Ashley Darby. Ashley Darby's journey through love, heartbreak, and public scrutiny has been one of the most talked about stories in the Real Housewives of Potomac. When Ashley first appeared on our screens, fans were instantly curious about her relationship with Australian real estate mogul Michael Darby. The two met long before fame found her. Ashley was just 22, a pageant queen full of ambition, and Michael was in his mid-50s, already an established businessman. Their more than 29-year age gap immediately became a topic of gossip, but Ashley defended their bond, saying that love doesn't follow a timeline. In 2014, they married in a lavish Washington, D.C. ceremony, and for a while, it seemed like they had it all: money, success, and the perfect Bravo love story. But behind the glamorous events and cheeky interviews, cracks began to show. Their marriage was constantly under the microscope, with every argument, business conflict, and scandal playing out on national television. The restaurant they opened together, Oz, became both a dream and a disaster. A business venture that tested their marriage in every way. On screen, fans saw Ashley torn between loyalty to her husband and her desire for independence. She wanted to prove she was more than just Michael's young wife. Then came the cheating allegations that rocked the show and the fandom. Michael was accused multiple times of inappropriate behavior, both on and off camera. Each season seemed to bring another headline, another scandal, and Ashley found herself forced to choose between love and dignity. Despite all the drama, she often defended him publicly, saying that every marriage has its struggles and that people didn't understand the full story. But with every reunion episode, the tension grew. It was clear that something was breaking behind Ashley's bright smile. In 2022, after nearly 8 years of marriage, Ashley shocked fans when she announced her separation from Michael. She posted a heartfelt statement saying that while they still cared deeply for each other, their lives were taking different directions. The news sent waves across Bravo Nation. Many felt sadness, others said it was long overdue, but Ashley handled it with surprising grace, focusing on her 2 sons, Dean and Dylan, and trying to navigate co-parenting while still living under the same roof. At least for a while, rumors swirled that the two might reconcile, but as time passed, it became clear that the split was final. In late 2024, Ashley officially filed for divorce, marking the legal end of one of the most high-profile relationships in Potomac history. By February 2025, the divorce was finalized. The court documents describe the separation as amicable, but anyone who's been through heartbreak knows that even peaceful endings can leave scars. For Ashley, it wasn't about revenge or money. It was about freedom, clarity, and peace of mind. In interviews following the divorce, Ashley spoke candidly about rediscovering herself. She said that she had lost parts of who she was in trying to hold the marriage together. Now, as a single mother, she's focusing on her children, her career, and her mental health. Viewers noticed a softer, more grounded Ashley in her social media posts. She often shared snippets of her daily life, dancing with her boys, working on wellness projects, and embracing new beginnings. Of course, as with any housewives story, dating rumors quickly followed. Speculation began about a younger man she was seen with at a DC event. Ashley neither confirmed nor denied it, simply saying she's open to love but not rushing into anything serious. After everything she's been through, her focus is on healing and building a stable life for her sons. Fans continue to cheer her on, admiring the strength she's shown throughout the process. She transformed from the bubbly, sometimes naive newcomer to a mature, confident woman who understands her worth. She once said, "You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you grow from it." And that line perfectly sums up her evolution. Ashley Darby's divorce story isn't just about heartbreak. It's about transformation. From being judged for her marriage to standing tall on her own, she's shown that pain can turn into power. After years of reality TV chaos, public embarrassment, and emotional exhaustion, Ashley proved that peace isn't found in another person. It's found within yourself. 2. Dorit Kemsley. Dorit Kemsley's love story was one that seemed picture perfect. the kind of Beverly Hills romance fans dreamed about. When Dorit first joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in 2016, she quickly became known for her glamorous style, her sharp wit, and her loving husband, Paul PK Kemsley. Together, they looked like the ultimate power couple. Always dressed to perfection, living in stunning mansions, and throwing lavish parties for their friends and family. But behind that glittering image, cracks were slowly forming. Dorit and PK married in 2015 after a whirlwind romance. Their relationship was full of affection and playful banter, and they welcomed 2 children together, Jagger and Phoenix. On screen, they seemed inseparable, but as time went on, fans began noticing signs of strain. PK's financial troubles, including legal issues and alleged debts, were constant tabloid topics. Meanwhile, Dorit was trying to build her own identity through fashion, design, and her swimwear line, Beverly Beach. The stress of fame, finances, and raising a family under Bravo's spotlight began to take its toll. The turning point for Dorit came after the terrifying home invasion in 2021, where she was held at gunpoint while her children slept. That night changed everything. Dorit often spoke about how the trauma stayed with her long after the cameras stopped rolling. PK stood by her side at first, offering support, but some fans noticed their emotional distance growing in later seasons. What once looked like a partnership built on love and laughter started to appear more like 2 people struggling to hold it all together. By early 2024, rumors of separation began spreading. Dorit addressed the wisp, admitting that their marriage had gone through tough times. She said they were taking space, but still had love for each other. For months, they tried to make it work, attending therapy and focusing on their kids. But the more they tried, the more obvious it became that their paths were diverging. In April 2025, Dorit officially filed for divorce from PK, citing irreconcilable differences. After nearly a decade of marriage, she made the difficult choice to walk away. According to reports, the filing was civil, no explosive accusations, no messy custody battles. Dorit requested joint custody of their children, emphasizing that her main priority was their happiness and stability. Despite the calm legal process, emotionally, it was devastating. The once inseparable duo had quietly gone their separate ways. When the news broke, fans flooded social media with reactions, sadness, support, and disbelief. Dorit had always been the epitome of elegance and strength on camera, but now she was facing one of the hardest moments of her life. Close friends, including Kyle Richards, reportedly rallied around her. Kyle, who was dealing with her own rumored marriage troubles, became one of Dorit's biggest sources of comfort. The 2 were often spotted together, shopping, traveling, and spending quiet nights far away from Bravo's chaos. In the months that followed, Dorit began to rebuild herself. She sold one of her properties, downsized her lifestyle, and focused on her fashion brand and mental health. During interviews, she admitted the breakup was painful, but necessary. "You can love someone and still know it's time to let go," she said in one interview, and those words resonated deeply with fans who've seen her evolution. Despite the heartbreak, Dorit has continued filming for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, proving that she's not stepping away from the spotlight anytime soon. In fact, many fans say this version of Dorit, raw, emotional, and real, is the most relatable she's ever been. She's showing viewers that being glamorous doesn't mean being immune to heartbreak, and that even women who appear to have it all can feel broken inside. Rumors have circulated that PK has already started dating again, but Dorit seems more focused on herself and her children. She's been open about rediscovering who she is outside of being a wife. Her recent interviews and social media posts reflect peace and quiet confidence. She travels with her kids, works on new business ventures, and seems more grounded than ever. Fans admire her resilience. After all the public pressure, media scrutiny, and emotional wounds, Dorit didn't crumble. She reinvented herself. Her story reminds everyone that strength doesn't come from pretending everything is perfect. It comes from picking yourself up after it all falls apart. For Dorit, 2025 wasn't just the end of a marriage. It was the beginning of rediscovery. The woman who once stood behind designer sunglasses and flawless makeup now stands for something even stronger. Dorit Kemsley's story shows that even in Beverly Hills, sometimes the most powerful thing a woman can wear is her independence. 3. Denise Richards. When Denise Richards joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she brought something fresh, a mix of Hollywood glamour, down-to-earth humor, and raw honesty. Fans loved her at first, seeing her as a breath of fresh air among the diamonds and drama. But behind her calm smile, her relationship with Aaron Vipers was already facing cracks that would eventually shatter in 2025. Denise married Aaron in 2018, just 2 days after finalizing her long, messy divorce from Charlie Sheen. Their wedding was quick and spontaneous. At the time, it looked like Denise had finally found peace, a man who grounded her and stood by her side through Hollywood chaos. But soon after joining the show, their relationship became a storyline of its own. Aaron's strange comments about energy fields and Denise's private life sparked confusion and whispers. Some fans saw their love as intense and spiritual, while others thought it felt tense and controlling. Over time, the drama started spilling off camera. There were arguments caught on mic, awkward moments at parties, and constant gossip about what was happening behind closed doors. Denise often defended Aaron, saying he was misunderstood, but the tension was clear. Even fellow housewives like Lisa Rinna and Garcelle Beauvais noticed it. When Denise famously stormed off set during one dinner scene, viewers sensed that her marriage might not be as calm as it looked. For a while, it seemed like the two had worked things out. But in mid-2025, the calm broke. On July 7th, Aaron Vipers officially filed for divorce in Los Angeles, citing irreconcilable differences. The news hit fans hard, especially since Denise had once said, "I'll never get divorced again." It wasn't just another Hollywood breakup. It felt like the end of a promise she'd made to herself. Court documents revealed a complicated financial situation. Aaron reportedly requested spousal support, and discussions about property and luxury expenses quickly became public. There were mentions of real estate, cars, and even disputes over production investments. For someone like Denise, who has faced media scrutiny for decades, it was another round of painful headlines. But this time, it wasn't about her acting or fame. It was about her heart. Despite the chaos, Denise handled the situation with surprising grace. She didn't lash out publicly or fuel the drama. Instead, she focused on her daughters, Sammy, Lola, and Eloise, and leaned into her career. She returned to acting full-time, working on projects that reminded fans why they loved her in the first place. Friends close to her said she found strength in solitude, learning to rebuild her life without relying on anyone else. By late 2025, Denise was slowly opening up about the breakup in interviews, saying she was heartbroken but grateful. Her words carried the weight of someone who'd been through it all: fame, failure, betrayal, and healing. She admitted that her biggest lesson wasn't about love or trust, but about knowing her worth and never losing herself for anyone again. For Denise, love turned into lessons about strength and self-worth. She may have lost her marriage, but she gained something far more valuable: peace. And for fans who've watched her journey from Hollywood starlet to reality TV queen to single mother, it's clear Denise Richards is still standing tall, stronger than ever. 4. Porsha Williams. When Porsha Williams announced her engagement to Simon Guobadia back in 2021, the internet exploded. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star had always been known for her big personality, her laugh, and her confidence. But this time, fans were shocked, because Simon was the ex-husband of her then castmate, Falyn Pina. The whirlwind romance went from engagement to wedding in record time. And while the couple looked head over heels on social media, many people wondered if their relationship was built to last. By 2022, Porsha and Simon tied the knot in 2 extravagant ceremonies: one Nigerian traditional wedding and one American. It was pure Bravo-level luxury: diamonds, designer gowns, and fireworks. Porsha called Simon her soulmate, saying she'd finally found peace after years of public heartbreak. But that peace didn't last long. Rumors of tension and money problems started swirling around 2023, and fans noticed Simon's name popping up in online controversies involving business deals and legal disputes. Porsha tried to stay strong and defend her husband online, but cracks began to show. She stopped posting him as often, skipped joint appearances, and started focusing more on her daughter, Pilar Jenna. By early 2024, speculation was everywhere. And in February that year, Porsha shocked fans again by filing for divorce, citing irretrievably broken marriage. It was a painful move, especially after she had publicly fought for their love. Sources close to the couple revealed that trust issues and constant public pressure played a big role in their split. Porsha reportedly struggled with Simon's lifestyle and ongoing legal troubles, while Simon wasn't happy about Porsha's return to the spotlight. They tried to make things work privately, But by mid-2025, the divorce was finalized. Quiet, quick, and final. Still, Porsha refused to let heartbreak define her. Instead of disappearing from the public eye, she began focusing on self-healing, family, and her brand. She relaunched her podcast, started appearing at charity events, and even teased fans about a possible RHOA comeback. Her social media posts shifted from luxury couple photos to messages about empowerment and independence. Fans noticed the glow-up, not just in looks, but in energy. Porsha has been through public heartbreak before, and each time, she's come out stronger. Her split from Simon wasn't just another celebrity breakup, it was a reminder that not all fairy tales have forever endings. But that's the beauty of Porsha's story. She always finds a way to rise again. Porsha's journey reminds us that not every fairy tale lasts, but every ending brings a new beginning. And as she steps into this new chapter, she's proving once again that strength, grace, and a little sparkle can turn even the toughest heartbreak into a comeback story. 2025 was the year love unraveled in the world of the Real Housewives. From Ashley Darby's calm strength to Dorit Kemsley's quiet heartbreak, Denise Richards' rediscovered self-worth, and Porsha Williams' powerful comeback, each story showed that behind the cameras, these women are human, vulnerable, resilient, and brave. Divorce didn't break them, it transformed them. They may have lost love, but they gained freedom, peace, and purpose. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Bravo's most emotional year yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Which Real Housewives story inspired you the most?